Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our weekly live stream from Firaxis. My name's Pete Murray. I'm joined today by Stuart Zissou.
Hi.
Stuart is the lead producer on Sid Meier's Starships. Thanks
right.
for coming out today.
My pleasure.
So we had a cool announcement earlier this week. We now have a date and a price for Starships.
That's right.
So we're going to come out on March 12th. That's 2 weeks from today. It's going to be $14.99, and that's for PC, Mac, and iOS. So all platforms, all the same price.
Really excited about it.
It's cool. The iOS version is actually exactly the same as the PC version of the game. Correct?
That's what we were aiming for, and I think we achieved that.
Cool. So what we're going to show you guys today is actually we have the game running on this iPad here. This is an iPad Air. Yeah, current gen iPad Air. But you guys will get a chance to see that it is basically the same game that we've been showing you on the PC. And what we're going to do is show you the kind of the user interface changes a little bit because it's a touch surface instead of mouse.
Right.
But basically the same game. So should we just jump on in?
Sure.
All right.
Let's start a new game.
So we're going to start a new game. And a lot of people have said they wanted to see us play out as Harmony. So we'll go ahead and we'll choose that for this time around. And what leader do you want to pick?
Let's see. I like going Dao Ming sometimes.
Okay.
We could try for her.
Okay.
Let's up the difficulty a little bit.
Hard.
Woohoo!
So you want to up the galaxy size too a little bit? Or let's just do
Let's
large.
have some fun with it, right?
It'll be fun. Yep. All right. 4 opponents. That looks all good.
Go, go, go!
Go. Start game. All right. Again, the tutorial screen right there. We're just going to jump through it. Okay. So I have been playing a couple different styles lately. One of them is making a great big juggernaut ship.
Oh, that's a great mechanic. I love that one.
I do too.
A great strategy, I mean.
And then recently I started to play with a bunch of torpedo vessels too, which is also a lot of fun. But it looks like we have a couple of good choices to start with. Over here, Sextantis 4-3 has armor. So if we were going with the juggernaut strategy, that would be an approach. We have engines. Engines are good for everybody, right. So easily upgrading them is fantastic.
So one thing you'll also notice just from moving around here, if I can take control for a sec, is we have, 4 Earth-like planets around here?
Yes.
Which means that, assuming that we, keep close to home, we're going to be getting a lot of food this game.
Right.
So we're going to want to probably focus on, using that food to upgrade our planets to then upgrade our ships.
Yep.
Because ships are always very important.
Yep.
So if we look around, like we have energy.
Actually, I just noticed something. Down here at Serpentis 7.5, they have politicos.
Ooh.
Which means they're already an orange mission.
Right.
So we would get 2 influence for going there straight away.
I see what you're doing.
We'd get 1 for the first, being the first visitor to them.
And then,
but then the politicos give you the extra shift as well too. So actually, if we are able to succeed at this mission, we get our first planet.
I like that idea.
100% off the bat. So should we head over there and see what the deal is?
Let's go for it, yeah.
Okay.
Just remember to upgrade your ships once you get there. I make that mistake all the time. I'm
like,
let's see what it is, and then we'll go in.
Okay, so this is a checkpoint scenario. This is you have to get to 3 stations and make sure that at no point do you lose control of all 3 of those stations.
Right.
So we can't. We need to be careful. This is usually a pretty tough mission on hard. It's easy to get swarmed, especially if the enemy brought a lot of fighter swarms. Let's take a look. And they have a ton of suicide drones.
Yes.
Now, the good part is these are early game suicide drones. There's only a couple, like the 4th one, there has a couple shield, a couple armor, and a couple lasers.
Some good hit points.
So we have a tough incoming enemy. Well, he'll be there at the start, and then another baddie coming in on turn 5 as well too. Staying at 31%, I think that's too conservative. Let's go ahead and we will set up our starships. So we've got cannon and sensors. I don't know that we need the sensors for this mission, so we'll go ahead and sell these out. Okay, now we've got 1 with lasers and 1 with cannon. Do you want to specialize these, or do you want to go for a common configuration?
I usually specialize just because then I know I can put all my money on that ship to either cannons or lasers and know I'm getting the most bang for the buck.
Okay.
Pun intended.
Yeah. Oh, well, here's the thing. If you look, we've got upgrades on lasers and stealth.
That's true.
So maybe what we could do is we could just buy our laser out here, sell off the cannon, and go for a 2 laser configuration.
Sure.
These are suicide drones. We're going to want to probably take them out. And, helps if you tap the right the right option.
I'd probably also up the thrusters a little bit just to get some movement, because especially for a mission like this, being mobile is important, getting to the spots.
Yep. And we could do shields or armor on one ship. We should probably pick one and give it a little bit more oomph. Starting, we're going to be outnumbered 4-2, so probably just the default, especially on hard difficulty.
Actually, before we do that, if we save this out and go see what the bonus is around the planet.
Okay.
Because if it's going to be bad for shields, maybe it's worth getting armor.
Looks like it's a lot of jump gates.
Yeah.
All right. So.
All right.
So
go
numerous
back
jump
in
gates.
and maybe grab some shields.
We're only going to be able to grab shields on one ship, but we'll go ahead and do that. Get our flagship up shielded a little bit. Hopefully that helps. All right, fleet's ready for action. Here we go. All right, so we're required to control 3 of them. Currently we have 0. You can see at the top of the screen it says control 3 of 3 power core locations. And we're surrounded. And yeah, okay. It's going to be fun.
But what's interesting is a lot of them have turned their back to you.
Well, it's first turn, they can't attack straight away.
Right.
So I'm not sure we're going to be able to take any of them down right away. 27 is not a lot of damage. Oh, that's the one with the extra thing. Okay, our battle card is shield pattern matching. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. That'll up this ship's shield for a turn. Oh, no, excuse me. That was actually engine upgrade, not shield upgrade. All right, so should we shoot at this guy that's closest to us or this guy over here? Wow, we can almost do more damage to him.
Yeah, and with
and
the
he's
other
already
one, we
on
might be
top
able
of.
to... Yep.
Okay, so we'll take that shot. Oh,
There you go.
tap it again.
Boom.
There we go. Now, do we want to move the ship or do we want to try to take this other shot first? Let's see if we can. Yep, we can get that shot in.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and take that shot. All right, so he's not going to be able to take that first control point right away, but now we need to decide what it is we're going to do about this suicide drone here. And I think probably keeping our ships together kind of in mutual support and preventing him from getting around behind us would be the best thing to do.
Protecting your rear is a big thing when you're on hard.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this guy over here, and then I think I'm going to have him rotate in place. He's going to need to turn right a couple of points.
There you go.
And then maybe one more, and that'll put our rear quadrant right on there. Since this guy has a move of 4, he would be able to pop all the way behind.
True.
All right, so we'll do that. And then I'll bring this, that ship right to there. And then again, we'll rotate right and keep a lot of asteroids between us.
Now, where are the other points that we're trying to get to?
So, okay, so we've got one control point over here, and then there's one down here.
Okay.
And usually I find the way that I end up winning this mission is kind of to get at least one control point unambiguously under your control and then aggressively defend that. And as people come back towards you, you can kind of pick them off. And then at the end of it, when it's all clear, chase
Now,
down the last
if
points.
they come one at a time, that'll be good. If they end up bringing like 2 or 3 of their groups, especially the ones that are going to come later in turns, that's going to be a little harder to do on hard. So it may be that we want to take the first one and then start making a mad dash for the second, or at least get behind some ships to do some damage.
Okay, we can try that. All right, I'm going to hit end turn. Are you sure? You're looking at me.
No, go ahead. No,
okay, all right.
So we're giving up that one. That we know about.
All right, you can take that.
Yeah.
7 points, is it? Engine's critical, of course.
But, again, he's turning his back to you.
All right, and we've got, so this is a lot better because the lasers now that we have some distance, they're kind of doing more of what they need to do. Let's, I don't think we need to repair this guy right away.
Probably not. What's his first shot against?
30.
So that's 30, he's got 90. But, so what happens is when you take a shot, you're going to damage his shields a little bit. So your next guy may do a little more damage than originally expected.
All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll take this shot. Oh, good. Engine crit.
critical.
All right, that's good.
So now move him up a little closer.
So we'll move right completely into the rear
44, is
arc,
that
and that's
enough?
44. It's not going to be enough to
How
kill
about
him.
moving another space or 2 forward?
Well, these aren't cannon. These are lasers.
True, but they still do better as you get closer, just not as much.
46. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot better
No,
than
probably
that.
not.
Okay, good. Now his lasers are critical. And the AI usually prioritizes repair pretty high at these upper difficulties, especially with this. All right, so, yep, AI is going to grab that control point, and that, yeah, he's just going to keep him. Glad
Oh, and look, he's not even going to
he's not even going to be able to make it. I'm a little surprised that he took that.
Now, do you want to take this time to repair this engine? Because you'll be able to take this out with the other guy. No problem.
That's probably a good idea. So we'll go ahead and we'll repair that. I'm going to bring my flagship up here. Take a shot. 44 is going to be more than enough. And that'll be good because now the promotion will apply to my flagship, which will be a good strategy later on. Bing, okay.
So now, do you want to bring the other guy down to start putting pressure on the other places?
I think putting mutual support, having our ships mutually support each other is probably a good idea.
All right.
But what's happening is, and I need to move this over a little bit, these guys only move 4.
Right.
But if I move into this empty space between our 2 ships, I'm going to leave my rear arc open pretty seriously. So what I might actually do is instead of moving out from here, I might just rotate in place.
Pivot.
And that way, at least my front arc is facing towards where the enemy ships are coming from.
Right.
So unless anybody warps in on me and gives me an unpleasant surprise, it should be better protected.
But remember, if someone warps in, they still can't fire on you for the first turn.
Right. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Suicide ships are going to come out. Yeah, there we go. All right, so.
But he's all alone, so you can focus fire on him again.
And focus fire is 60.
Wow.
From, well, rear arc.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a shield of 2, so take him out right away. That's good. I
say we start heading towards the bottom one.
Well, let's see what's happening. Let's see what we have in terms of. Okay, there's a fairly large intervening asteroid field in the middle of your screen that you can see there between us and that ship. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring this ship all the way down and put 3 hexes worth of asteroids between us and him. And now I'm going to bring this. Actually, I'm going to bring him down back through the back coverage here. We have an open passageway kind of in this middle area. I kind of miss having a mouse pointer. It's really handy. You can't see my finger on the screen. All right, and we will hit enter. All right. Oh, no. Okay. So we had a reinforcement arrive at the last moment.
In the wrong spot.
In the wrong spot. And we're going to have to take him out. Now, we need to be real careful because at this point, the AI controls 2 of the control points.
Right.
And they could get lucky and get that 3rd one. So we might need to keep a little bit close. So I'm going to... I don't like that my ships are kind of out of position to support each other, but we'll have to just take that chance that
reinforcements detected.
Nobody's going to show up right on top of the control point. Okay. All right, so we'll move our flagship back on. Get that guy. 33. That's a good shot. I'll take that. That's helped by having 2 laser systems. And actually, what's really good here is, let me move my finger off that for a moment.
Can you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take him out.
Leave no one in the rear.
All right, and now we've still got full movement, so what I think I'm going to do is just bring this ship down here and start covering that. Don't really...
So now we have a question of, do we risk them doing what they did last time and having a reinforcement come in very close?
But having 2 ships unable to support each other is pretty tough. But I think we'll... Okay, so let's see. If this guy moves 4... They can't really open up... Yeah, it's going to take them 2 turns to get into a firing arc that's going to make a big difference.
And how much do you move with this one that's close?
So this ship has a movement of 5. So that's not the end of the world. This guy has a movement of 5.2 as well too, but he has most of his movement left for this turn. I think I will move him down.
Okay, as long as you can get back on that same turn.
Yeah. Okay, this guy should take a shot. Yeah.
7. That's not bad.
Yeah, I can handle that. All right, that is okay. That guy that just appeared is the turn 5 reinforcement. Where did he go?
There he is.
So he's the one with 2 shields and 2 lasers. So he's a little bit tougher than the other ones. So let's see, do we have a shot on these guys? Yes.
Wow.
All right,
nice.
So we can stay back here, we can snipe a little bit, which is handy.
Nice shot.
Now, on the next turn, he is going to be able to get to that control point. But I think I'm going to stay.
Let's see. If you go there, you'll have an asteroid between you.
So where Stuart is pointing is,
that's right. You can't see my finger.
So if you look at the bottom of towards the bottom of our movement range, there's sort of two lobes, one that extends to the left of that hex of asteroids and one that extends to the right. If we go to the left, we do put an asteroid field between us and him, but the other thing he could do is he could come straight to the right, open that arc up a little bit, and that way the asteroid field would interfere less and potentially take us out. So I think what I'm going to do is, given that he's going to capture that control point most likely, if we head to the rightmost, if we go there, then we get the advantage of 2 asteroid fields worth of cover. We can pop out and take a shot at him.
Just be careful, because you're not going to be able to make it to that point in one turn.
That's true, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to make it 1, 2, 3, 4. I would be able to make it from there. I just 29 hit points. If this goes badly,
it's my fault, right?
You're the producer. It's always your fault. Line of fire is blocked. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll come over here. Should be able to get something. Yeah, we can get 10 on it.
Maybe get a lucky crit.
Yeah. Yeah, no lucky
right.
crit. It's still 10 fewer points than he had before.
That's right.
So we'll go ahead and end our turn. Yeah. Okay, well that's good. So he's captured that control point, and he's going to fire.
Wow.
That's interesting. And we're open for... Oh no!
Oh, and the
shield crit. Oh. Okay, so the reason we're going oh no is that a shield crit is pretty much... Okay, so here's the thing. We only have 10 points left.
Right.
10 hit points left. Taking a turn to repair the shields is not going to get us either the control point or another ship removed. So what we could do is we could trade this ship for the ship that's on the control point, destroy that, and capture the control point as well too. But we need to be careful about this, and we need to make sure that we get the most damage in there.
Just try to do, hold on, try to do a shot on him just from here. And now you'll see.
Oh, it's 45.
Oh, wow.
So we get exactly right enough damage. Default of 57, cruise at full health, so there's no penalty for that. Slight decrease due to distance, some dispersion due to the asteroids, but they're light asteroids, so it's not too bad. But we're getting him from the side, so that's a full, just enough. Oh. Checkmate. And then we're going to take that. We're expecting to lose that ship.
Right, but we can now bring our other one in, because now that we have 2 points, if they take 1, it's not going to be a big deal. And at this point, they're only getting reinforcements of 1 ship every few turns here and there.
Yep. All right, so we still get I can still boost. We'll just end the turn, because I like that position. And we're going to lose this ship here.
That's okay.
Sacrifices had to be made.
That's right.
So, oh, this is good. So we can pop out here.
And get a rear
end up directly in the rear arc. Maybe get a lucky, no lucky crit.
It's okay, he's going to have to now either continue down, which keeps his rear towards you.
Yeah.
So now, what I would do, where's the other spot? You should probably start heading towards the other spot.
I don't want to rush that spot, because what I want to do is take this guy out.
But that's the thing, if you move over a little bit just so there's no asteroids blocking you, he doesn't have a lot of health left.
No, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so you're saying just keep checking.
Right.
Okay,
I think if you move over 1 more, you should... So
12. Ugh.
Okay, so move down towards him at this point to get some...
24. Stuart, if I can't get him, I'm going to blame you. This is the best shot we have. Oh, good. Took out his lasers. Well, he's going to take a sprint. He's going to take a sprint for that control point, but it's not going to matter.
Right.
21 points of damage. That's enough to take him out.
So now, we could either pick up this one again or go straight for the
I think we need to pick up this one. We're right there.
It's really...
He may actually be... The enemy may be out of... Yeah, okay. So now it's auto end turning. This means our opponents are out of reinforcements.
Woohoo!
So we can just go ahead and we can finish this mission.
Fly, my friends.
And I'm using impulse engines, which is a little bonus boost to speed you can apply. And we'll use it to round out this mission.
That was actually pretty well done for a hard mission.
That
was an orange mission. We now get the planet and a free tech.
Yes. And we have one ship upgraded to regular, which is always good to have.
70,
So 100% of our people, and we have one free tech. So we're happy to offer our assistance. Free tech. I'm going to say take the lasers. So right now, lasers are only 1,200, but it's going to bump us up to level 2. We'll be able to use our science for something else
I'm
that
happy
might
with
be of
that.
interest to us.
completed. Nanoelectronics level
And
2.
now let's pop back into our science screen. We still have 1,000. You want to do xeno materials, or do you want to do ion drive?
So I'm big on upping the ion drives, just because I know mobility is really important. Getting behind people, you know, getting back into cover, things like that.
Ion drive
Okay.
level
But that's the type of gameplay I play.
Okay. I'm willing to do that because I agree. It is something that you want to up at some point.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and we'll repair our starships. Now we don't have quite enough energy. I will repair our
Do
flagship.
we want to go to the market? And...
I don't know. I mean, here's the thought. We'll repair our flagship.
So we're now getting a lot of food in.
Right, but this planet only has a population of 2. So if we do build it, it increases the yield for everything, including our food yield.
True.
Gives us more potentially next turn. Well, let's take a look and see. Are you sure you want to cancel your modifications? Yes. So we've got other missions available to us, although with a crew at 70%, tackling this orange mission's probably not in the cards at this point. But we might be able to do one of these green ones.
Another thing that this game does that I think is so much fun is, if you notice, a lot of these missions have this kind of name.
They're all called the Galatian something at this point.
But what it really is it's hiding what the mission is. So we can't just go, oh, I know that that's a suicide drone mission. I'll go over there. I can do it with one ship, right?
Right.
We don't know what some of these are.
Right.
And so it's like trying to figure out which one to go to. You start balancing what's the population, what's the bonus you're going to get, what's the reward you're going to earn from it.
So do we want to spend our food to increase Serpentis 75 here? Do we want to hold on to it? Or do we want to sell it at the market? I do think we want to attempt at least the Galatian experiment at Sextantis 43. That's hard to say.
It is, but that's okay. I usually go to the market to sell some things at the beginning so I can keep my ships fresh.
Okay. So we are going to sell.
So we need like what, about 200?
Yeah, about 200 energy worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should go back and check. So let's cancel for a second. Don't want to sell. Okay. We have 120 energy in our current balance. We need 80.
Right. We need 200 total.
So let's go back into the marketplace.
So we can either sell the food or the metals. We are getting a lot of food every turn, so I think, well,
That's probably better to do. So we're going to have to sell 2 food worth. That's going to give us
189.
189.
That's still not enough.
Yeah, we'll just buy one more.
There we go.
Okay, so it's going to give us a little extra. All right, ships repaired. All right, sounds good. Now, we're going to be at about 50% by the time we get over there. Do we want to do that? Oh, sorry. Do we want to go to Cygni 54? That has science as a bonus, although that's not something that's going to make the difference between what we're doing and something else.
True. I would try to go for the energy.
Okay,
So,
I agree.
especially because we just had to sell other things to get enough. I think that's going to be a constant problem with the planets that I'm seeing around here.
Yeah, okay.
Energy
All right,
will be tight.
at least to start with.
Yeah.
Approaching.
Well, we don't have a good volcano.
Sextantis
Oh, no.
43.
Okay, so...
No, that's not so bad, actually. I
Yeah,
like
okay,
this
so
one.
in this mission, our flagship and our second ship are separated and are not able to directly support each other.
Chance of mission
These are the
success,
Marauders. Fortunately, they're
60.
just fighter squadrons.
Awesome.
Okay, good. We should have an easy time with this. Sextantis is 43.
planetary
The
information.
asteroid fields are dissipating. That's awesome, especially because we're armed with lasers.
Yeah.
I think we chose
Big
wisely.
lasers.
Big lasers.
Yes. Big honking lasers.
Big honkin' lasers. Oh, geez.
No, that's okay. So one of the things I like about this mission is because you're separated, the AI has to choose one unit to go for.
Right.
So they're always showing their back to one
At
of you.
least one of us, yeah.
Unless, of course, the
Unfortunately,
asteroids are blocking
the
your way to
asteroids
get
are
to
making it really, really painful. So instead of moving this ship, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pilot this guy into a wormhole, and I won the wormhole lottery. All right, so we're going to pop out here. Should be able to get, yeah. So what are his movement? I'm going to zoom in for a second. These guys move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He won't be able to get around behind me. That's good. I'm going to take out. Well, let's bring our other ship up for support. Oh, I think we got them both. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Easy peasy.
Never had a concern.
I was deeply unconcerned with how that was going. Deeply unconcerned. So 200 energy, we got the bonus influence, 50% of the people are supporting it. We are happy to offer our assistance. I am fairly unwilling to, oh crap. So we discover that we have a neighbor 1 world away, and it's a supremacy faction with IntelliShields, which is painful. Oh. Because IntelliShields give you shielding around the full, like all of your ship counts as the front arc. So there's no bonus for getting behind them, which makes it painful to try to take that homeworld because that's applied to everybody. I don't think it's worth trying to take on another mission with only 30% left. So let's go ahead and we'll take
do you want to, while
metals.
we buy things first before science as well, I think.
No, we're out of science. We got 700 food because we've been trading on the marketplace. We do have 1,000. So what we could do is we could build some improvements. We could throw aquifers on both of these food planets. Although we've depressed the price and we don't really have a good way to get energy, the other thing we could do is potentially build a biofuel plant on one of these planets.
I'm usually the type of person who will put the aquifer on the food planets, the biofuel on the energy planets, that kind of stuff. But
well, let's take a look around. We have a lot of food planets.
Yes.
And the galaxy is extending out from here, and I don't see any volcanic worlds that we'd be able to exploit for the energy near us. So we're going to have to kind of roll our own energy off these worlds themselves. I know we're regenerating our hit points because we're a Harmony faction, but I still think it's probably worthwhile to throw the biofuel plant on Serpentis 75.
I think that'll work. Now, another thing that I usually do, which we're not going to do here, and I'll explain why, but I also usually try to do warp nexuses. So I can keep everything in my network. But if you look at the planets we have our home world that doesn't come with a bonus besides being just awesome.
Our home world, yep.
And then we have a Politicos, which is only good for when you do the mission on it, which we've finished.
Right.
So there's no reason to have to try to keep those into some warp nexus network except for movement.
Well, the planets that we would want to put into a warp nexus network would be Tari 37 because it's got structure, which makes it easy to build things with metals.
Yep.
Engines, if we had the repair planet, armor, these bonuses mean those modules are cheaper to purchase there. So we'll stock up on some cheap armor plating next turn. Let's take shore leave. Well, apparently we are not alone. No, you're not.
Oh, we knew that already.
How are you? She hasn't launched her turn yet, so that's fine.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Receiving all resources from.
Okay, so 75% of the people are now there. We're getting 1,500 energy a turn.
Yep.
But she's mad at us because our borders are
right up against
each other.
And if you notice, we also got blocked in by the purple team.
I did notice that, actually. And they won that free tech mission, which had bumped up to red in that interim, so they were able to pick that up.
Yes.
All right, so since we're here, let's take advantage of the cheap armor. You'll notice that it only costs 100 to pick up here. It does slow us down a little bit, but I'm not overly concerned about that.
Yeah,
we're still
we took the
5 and
upgrade in
6,
science for the engine, so it's not so bad.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and we either want to get structure or engines, I think. Now, let's go to science first, because if we do need to do combat this turn, we do need to pick up something. So we could take xenomaterials, we could take quantum suppression, and we could start to go with more of a cloaking approach. I do notice quantum suppression and thermal compression are a little bit cheaper. I do like do like field theory though, because the shields regenerate every turn, and that reduces your overall damage.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll go ahead and we'll take
Well,
that.
it also goes with the whole juggernaut idea that we're going to go with these ships is you know, keep them healthy, keep them in the battle for a long time.
Right. So let's go ahead and let's go to Atari 37 first. I think that's going to be our first best mission.
Awesome.
Medals, I don't think we want to expend. I usually spend medals and food at the end of my turn.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. Oh, we have a mission to deliver a power core here too. So we'll get a free engine upgrade if we beat this.
Approaching Tari 30.
Oh, okay. So we are ambushing a pirate fleet, but
we only
have our flagship, and this is a little okay. This isn't bad. It's a little bad. No, there's a raider. The raider's got 2 units of stealth and a double cannon, right. So it's a lot of. It can be problematic, especially if it pops out of somewhere.
Right, if he gets close.
Yeah. All right. So we'll do okay. Build or repair starships.
We still have some money, which is good.
Take.
Do we want to take armor?
Do we want to take another laser? I don't think we want to take armor. Let's upgrade a shield.
Actually, yeah, we got the science for shields, so.
Yeah. I kind of want to put another laser on everybody, but that'll blow through most of our energy.
Well, so the interesting part is we're only going to have our flagship for here.
Right.
So if we want to, we can just upgrade our flagship.
Yep.
And then worry about the other guys on the next mission or at the end of the turn.
Okay. Well, I think we're getting in good shape to... Which one's our flagship? Dragon?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll upgrade the lasers on Dragon here.
Awesome.
Insert fiery breath joke right here. Our star system... Oh, we can commence combat as soon as we arrive. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Oh, that can mean, like, punching out those fighters, like, right from the get-go, depending on where we deploy. All right, let's find this enemy fleet. I don't see them, I don't see them, I don't see them.
There they are.
There they are?
Yep.
Oh, there they are.
But we might, if we go right up near the, near that far warp gate.
Except I'm going to path into the warp gate if I...
Can we hit the fighters from there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's try that.
Entering narrow passage.
Bam!
Boom!
Get off my lawn.
I had to actually say that to someone.
Did you really?
Trust me, felt old.
Oh, no. That's a shield crit. All right, let's see.
So
63. We're going to have to repair.
Well,
hang on a second.
We have cannon. Oh,
Wait a second. We have our card, too. Repair 50% of starship damage. We cannot take a second hit, though, even with these repaired.
Right. We would need to repair our shields.
Right. So here's the thing. He only moves 5. Let's go ahead and we'll pop the card.
If we actually go...
that's exactly what I was thinking.
And repair
and then repair.
Yeah.
Yep. Bing. Okay.
Nice.
And he tried cloaking because...
But we're within...
yeah.
Get behind him.
Yeah, I know. 108.
I think we can do it.
I think we got it. All right, good. Ambush.
Woohoo!
Bam. All right, good, very good. All right, everybody gets a free engine module. That's pretty cool.
Speed is always good.
Assistance. All right. So that's pretty good.
So now, I mean, we have more of a turn that we can, and we have more of a turn we can play through. But at this point, I usually start thinking about what we want to do at the end of our turn.
Right.
So ending our turn here would mean that at the beginning of our next turn, we have this planet under our control.
I guess I would conceivably end our turn at this point too. I'm a little kind of. I know for a fact. I was looking at Pavona's 82 up here, and then. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. So Reticuli 87. Sorry. Is a blaze planet. Blaze planets produce double the amount of energy as normal planets, and they kind of become the engines of your Starfleet repair. So that's something we need to look at. But I would almost be tempted, I guess the conservative option is to end the turn now, guarantee that Atari 37 comes into the Federation, rather than push on to surprise package, which I know for a fact is there's a target starship you're trying to destroy. Right. And it's protected by a Marauder fleet. Which is pretty tough.
Especially on hard.
Yeah, and that would be a little bit iffy. We'd end up down a net loss of energy, which we would have a hard time making up because we're a little bit energy poor in this part of the galaxy. So let's go ahead and we will look at what we can build here. Okay, this planet, these guys, structure means they extract minerals more effectively rather than build resources. Yeah. So we would here, since they're already researching, they're already better at getting it, we can go ahead and build the auto plant, and it would be a lot more effective in this world. And then we would start plunking down some cities, making some planets better. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and build a city on Tari, because we know we're going to be back here at some point in the future, and we'll put one on Serpentis, because that is our strategic energy hub, as it were. And I think that would be the end of our turn.
So what do we? Okay, so Sextantis.
So
we ended our turn there. We get that in, but again, we'd be blocked in by.
So here's the thing: if we take Sextantis, we're going to be in worse situation with Kavitha, who's already unhappy with us because we are blocking borders with her.
She's basically saying, "Get off her lawn."
Get her off her lawn. Right, exactly. If we end over here at Tari, we have a metals-rich planet that's guaranteed to come into our Federation. Yep. I think that's a little bit,
I think that's
on hard difficulty, just kind of dialing back the James T. Kirk factor might be a little bit, a little bit better. All right. Well, instead of ending turn, I hope you guys have enjoyed the look that you got at the game on iOS. It's really cool that it's the same game.
It is.
I mean, all of the content, all the worlds, all of the gameplay, all of the strategy is there. It's just on a tablet instead of
exactly. Yeah. Which means you can take it wherever you go.
Just like XCOM. We've got some questions coming in from people that I hope we can get to. Will there be controller support for iOS and PC versions? No.
Yeah.
No. It's keyboard and mouse for the PC version.
That is correct.
And it is touch for the iOS version. How much time does a playthrough take on average?
Whew. Well, it matters if you're talking as much as we do. It matters the size, it matters the number of opponents, the difficulty. I mean, it can go anywhere from a few hours to, I think I had one go 15 hours of, I mean, I had to stop and start a whole bunch of times because I'm working. But yeah, it took a while. So there's.
I think my hard Epic Galaxy took 20 plus turns to do. That's kind of like the upper limit. Sure. If you do an easy game on a small Galaxy, like a couple hours tops.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty fast. Are the hexes toggleable like in Civ? No. It's really important to understanding kind of how things work. It's part of the gameplay for that. So, and the final question: any nukes?
Well, we don't have Gandhi, so there was no reason to have the nukes, right?
If you fully upgrade torpedoes with
that is true.
With thermal compression, and you take Torpedo Booster Wonder and the Stealth Torpedoes Wonder, then you build like 6 ships, each with 3 torpedoes, and you like salvo them across the map.
It's more fun than nukes.
It is. So what happens is you don't increase the blast radius, but everything that gets caught in that like 1 hex blast radius around it just goes away. And the AI is really good at ducking out of the way of torpedoes it can see. And on hard difficulties, I believe it remembers what hex and what direction the torpedo originated in.
That could be. I'm not so up on how the AI works, besides it kills me. So, yeah.
He's bad. So the AI will kind of remember where it goes, but it can't keep track of the stealthed ones, and so it will readily walk into it. And so what happens is sometimes you'll see the AI like shoot past a torpedo that knows it's going to explode on the next turn. But if you're firing in depth, then what happens is, there'll be one right behind it, and the AI will run into that.
It's sort of like, if anyone remembers the really old game of Missile Command, you launch a torpedo, it explodes, and everything around it just starts blowing up. It's a lot of fun.
It is pretty cool, actually. So no nukes, but kind of nukes, if you're playing it the right way. So thank you very much for joining us on the live stream this week. Remember, Sid Meier Starships comes out on March 12th. For PC, Mac, and iOS, $14.99. Thanks for coming on the live stream, and I hope you guys have a great day.
See you later, folks.